Hey guys, how's it going? The Haggard Nerd here, trying something a little bit different this time. If you've followed my channel at all so far, you've known that I've done some vlogs and you've seen that I've done some Let's Plays for Astroneer. I want to share another game with you that is near and dear to my heart, and that is Factorio. I have spent so many hours in this game. I just get sucked into it and I love it, and I just thought, you know, if I love this game so much and I play it so much, why not do a Let's Play? So that's what this is going to be. I'm going to get into this and kind of explain a little bit of the setup that I have, and if you guys are interested, stick around and let's see how this goes. Now, the first thing I'm going to say, there are a lot of people out there, there are purists out there that believe in perfect ratios and everything. I try to make things efficient and organized and clean as far as my builds go. But if you're looking for absolute perfection and the way to build your factories, I'm not going to be the guy to look at for that. However, I do come up with some interesting builds on my own, just to try to figure out how to get through certain situations. Another thing I want to say is that I tend to play a very heavily modded version of Factorio. If you look over here, I'm pulling all this down, you can see that I have a significant number of mods. I'm not going to go through each and every single one of them with you, but I will leave a link or some sort of list to let you know everything that I have here. I tend to play with some 5-dem stuff. I don't play with all the Bob's stuff. I don't like to do the electronics and all that crazy stuff. If you do the full Bob's pack, it tends to get overcomplicated for my tastes. Another big one, and something to kind of expect out of this, is that I play with natural evolution, which means that the it gets really hard really fast. So I've got a lot of warfare type stuff, and let's see, one of my favorites is Robot Army. That one's great. Automated, bad guy killing. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed this. I've got this disabled. This is one of my favorite mods, but I can't do that due to copyright issues. But yeah, anyway, I'll leave a link, and not a link, a list. I'll leave something in the description. Jeez. Okay. Anyway, I'm sure you're tired of me rambling on. Anyway, let me get in this. I went through, and it took me a while to find the specific map that I wanted, but I found one. I'm kind of particular about my starting areas. You'll notice probably purple trees. If you're familiar with this game, you're like, why are there purple trees? There's a great mod called alien-biomes, I believe. Where is it? Alien. Okay. Well, I thought it would be there. Unless that, yeah, that's not. There it is. Alien-biomes. So yeah, you'll see I've only played 1 minute and 58 seconds. That was just basically kind of looking around, letting the map scan thing happen. Also over here, you'll see I've actually been playing this since 12.25, and you'll see I got 3 hours in that one, 17 hours in that one, 53 hours, and so on and so forth. Yeah, I've played this game a little bit. So this one is not going to be quite as first look as Astroneer is. So you'll get to experience me kind of knowing what I'm doing in this. So yeah, if this is your first experience of Factorio, welcome, and I hope you'll enjoy. So let's get into it. Let's get started, and let's see how crazy this gets. Now, one more thing before I get started. I'll probably right now I'll probably put up my map gen settings. I generally put everything very low as far as how closely all the ores and stuff get together, but I also set them to very rich and very large. So although my resources will be spread out, there'll be more of them to find. Also, because of natural evolution, I have set my base, my alien base spawning to very low and very poor, because I can only imagine that as I get going, the evolution and everything will start happening, and the biters and stuff will be on me real quick. So I've already done the initial map scan. That's another mod that I use, and you can see here we have a decent amount of stuff going on. We got some biters here, biters there, kind of far out, nothing I need to worry about for a while. But you'll also notice that I have a lot of space in between my ore deposits, but the ore deposits that I do have are substantial. So I like to build bigger bases. I haven't built the hugest, the largest base out there ever, but I like to start small and work my way up until it just gets absolutely ridiculous. The goal of this, I believe, is going to be to launch a rocket. I want to launch a rocket, but also I just want to, I don't know, I just want to kind of go until I get sick of it, I guess. So yeah, this is going to be fun. Okay, what are we starting out with? We're starting out with this. I do have a mod that lets me get through like basically the first hour. Also gives me some very, very basic robo stuff with robots. I do that mainly because I don't like to sit there for, the first however long and chop down trees. I personally enjoy sending out my robots to do it. So that's a good way to get started. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and clear out my ore areas here, my ore deposits, and get acquainted, honestly, with what I'm working with here, because although I've generated the map, I've not quite memorized everything that I'm dealing with to begin with. So let's see here, what we got. All right, it's just telling me that it was missing construction bots, I guess, for that deconstruction. Okay, so we got copper here, we got tree there, yeah, no, zinc, quartz. We got coal over here, I can see. We also have, what, some tin? All right, let's go ahead and put this on my hotbar, because I'm going to need that sooner. Let's go ahead and get that. And this is going to take a while. Where is my... Oh, it's over there. My iron is over there. Very important. I believe I want to go ahead and start focusing on getting some generators set up. Steam engines, rather, not generators. Hey, just because I'm familiar with the game doesn't mean I know what everything's called, because I generally haven't spoken while I played this game. So this is kind of a new experience, taking something that's familiar and actually talking about it while I play it. All right. Early game's always slow. But hey, I got some bots. And they are making this a lot faster than it would normally be. Okay, almost got this section cleared up. All right. So we have our coal. Where do I want to put my steam engines? Either I want to go down and make a line of them, or I want to come out. I get the feeling that if I come out, it's going to run into anything I have going on here with the copper. So I think I'm going to point them down. I have plenty of space to do that. But we're dealing with some trees, so this may take a little bit of time to clear out. But it'll be fine. We can get maybe a couple started. Yeah, maybe like that, and then clear out just a line so that way when I run belts over, I'll be able to see what's going on. This alien-biomes mod, I just recently came across, and I'm absolutely loving it because it varies the terrain. I think in previous versions of it, the mod developer basically just kind of recolored certain things, certain assets of the game, and like these types of trees and stuff you can see throughout the game. But he's also recently included, or she, I don't know, recently updated to where there's new types of trees and stuff. I'm not familiar with, trees like this. So I think that person added in more stuff. But anyway, as you can see, there's like snowy biomes and like all these different shadings or different biomes and stuff. There's actually like volcanic type biomes too, and they all the different types of biomes affect your walking speed and stuff. It's it really adds variety to the game. All right, we got this cleared out here, so let me go ahead and at least put down just maybe a couple. Why can't I do that? There we go. A couple of steam engines. I usually go 14 boilers to, what, 10 steam engines? Oh yeah, my long reach. I used to play with permanent long reach, but I find it better to use big bags mod to, over time, increase your reach. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13, 14. Okay, that just gives me where I need to go for my first one. Yeah, so I use the big bags reach technology. Basically, as you go, you can research and get your tech to increase your reach distance, and it helps progress the game. You start off not being able to reach too far, and then later on, you get to reach further. Alright, let me go ahead and get rid of these guys. I like to give myself as much space as possible. That's one thing about base building. If you want to build big, you have to start out and not be afraid to kind of stretch out a little bit. Now, the one drawback to that is playing natural evolution. You do have to give yourself space, but in the same respect, you need to keep yourself out of harm's way. Like, you need to be able to build up your defenses properly and heavily, because they do come for you, especially once you get your pollution going. I think I'm going to have to reassign some of these things. I usually put my belts first, and then I'll leave that there. I usually don't use burners. We'll use those later. Let's go ahead and get the blueprint out and handy. Lights are good. Let's leave those there, and eventually we'll have more slots to put splitters and underground bolts and stuff. But we're not quite there yet. So let's go ahead and get at least one. One drill down. There we go. Alright. So I'm going to try not to be wasteful, but I do want to not use up all my singular power poles just yet. Oh, gotta remember that reach thing. It'll take me a little bit to get used to that, because that is a thing that's that I'm not used to. Alright, that probably needs some fuel, so let's go ahead and drop in some of this wood that I picked up. I think if we just put one in for now, it should be just enough to get some coal out. Could be wrong. Probably am wrong. Is it? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put some. Well, there it goes. If we can just put one coal out, it'll get it started. And I think we're in luck. I think we're good. Yep, we're good. Okay. So that's started. And yeah, okay. Good start so far. So we need to get out and find our iron. That is uranium. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah, got a reactors mod. I am not super familiar with how to work that, so I'm gonna have to do research on that later, but that's once, you know, get the base huge. We're not quite there yet. All right. Alrighty. So now, where to put this? There they are. Let's just get one guy going to get started. Get a furnace. Get that started. Oops. Fat finger and everything. There we go. And then, let's see here. One of these guys, because that is kind of far out. And then let's do the same for our copper. Copper, coal, stone, and iron are the big ones you really got to focus on just out the gate. And then from there, you can explore the other, different types of ores and stuff. All right. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, I feel like I'm wasting there, but hey, it's fine. We have stuff. Now we just need to maybe get some burners going and some of this coal here. That way I can go through and pick it up as needed and fuel those furnaces, and we will have plates. That should be plenty. There we go. And that'll feed into that, and that will feed into that, and make a big loop. I mean, I guess technically I could go ahead and throw those in too. Yep, and now that'll just continuously feed each other, and I can just go through and come by and collect that as needed. All right. Well, looks like we have our base started. We have a good start, and we need to go through and start working on basically just upping our production, getting much more of the iron and the copper going, mainly the iron, and then start getting those plates smelted, and the same thing with the copper. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and call that my first episode. This is more of an introduction and just kind of familiarizing ourselves with our new planet, the place where we are now calling home. So guys, if you like this, let me know in the comments if there's any ideas you have, or if there's ever anything that I do that you think could be done in a different way or a better way. Definitely let me know. I'm always up for suggestions. I'm always curious to see what you guys think. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Take care.